In this video we will see how to make these Christmas cards using some holly leaf and berry appliques. Let's take a look at the materials that we need for our Christmas cards. First of all, we will need some blank cards. Whatever you find at your local craft store will work just fine. And we will need some pens and markers to write on the cards. Of course, you can choose, if you're good at it, you can write your Christmas greetings by hand. Otherwise, you can try to look for some stenciled masks with a letter on them, or some stickers with Christmas greetings, which you can directly stick on the cards. Then we need some sport weight cotton yarn in 3 different colors. I used red, green, and white. And I worked it with a 2.5 millimeter crochet hook. Then we also need scissors and a tapestry needle and glue to stick our appliques on the cards. Let's start by making a slip knot and chain 8. And 8. So now we go into the second chain from the hook, so this one, and we single crochet 1, we single crochet 1 in next chain, and then half double crochet 3. So one more single crochet in next chain, so now in the last chain we single crochet 1, then chain 1 and single crochet another time, but try to be on the other side of the knot. Okay. And we repeat the same pattern as on the other side, but working on the other loops of the initial chains. So we first single crochet 1, then half double crochet 3, and now we make 2 single crochets into the last 2 chains. So the last single crochet goes into the same chain where you started this round. So now to make it symmetrical, we chain 1 and we slip stitch into this first single crochet. Alright. So let's start round 2 with a chain 1. We skip the first stitch where we made the slip stitch, and we slip stitch into the next one. And then we make a mini picot by chaining just 2 chains instead of 3 like a regular picot, and we go into the back bump of the first chain and we make a slip stitch. So now we slip stitch into next stitch. And we repeat the same 3 times. So we slip stitch into next stitch. We make a mini picot, 1 and 2, and we go into the back bump to make a slip stitch. And slip stitch into next. And one more time, slip stitch into next stitch, mini picot, and slip stitch. So we still have the chain 1 there. So we go into that chain 1, you see, before the next single crochet. So we go into the chain 1 space, we make a slip stitch, and again we make a mini picot. After the mini picot, we still make a slip stitch, but in the same chain 1 space. So once we've done this, we can go on and slip stitch into the next single crochet. Okay, and now we start again with the same pattern, so we slip stitch into next, make a mini picot, and slip stitch into next stitch, and we repeat this 3 times. So again a slip stitch, mini picot, slip stitch into the last single crochet, so this one, and then we slip stitch into the chain 1 space that we did at the beginning. And we can fasten off. And there we are. And now we weave in our ends. So first we bring this tail to the back of our work. And there we are. So let's see how to crochet the holly berries. For the berries, we start by making a slip knot, and we chain 2. 1 and 2. Then we go into the first chain that we made, and we single crochet 3 in that chain. So 1, 2, and 3. So at this point we can cut the tail, we fasten off, and using a needle we bring this tail that we just cut, so we thread it, and we go into the first stitch, into the top of the first stitch, so going from the right side. So here I'm on the right side, and I insert it from right to back into that first stitch, and I kind of pull it so that it closes on itself. So you see now it's a little bit of a round, and I weave in this end to the back. Of course we only have 3 stitches, so it might be a bit crowded. And then we also weave in the initial tail, always to the back, and here it is, our berries ready. So we'll need to make 3 of these. So for this card I will be attaching the appliques here, more or less in the center, and I will write somewhere here and here. Let's see.